What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Combos with the CFP, Mario Payne, and beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, I'm getting some comments, people telling me to react to things, look at things, and having questions. I had one question from a profiteer. So definitely before we get started, like, subscribe, share to our channel on Instagram as well, Payneful Profits, but especially YouTube, Payneful Profits. Definitely subscribe to us, man, and comment, man. You comment, I'm going to react. Got a day job. I've been practicing for 16 years, been a certified financial planner for 11 years, have over 1,000 clients worldwide. We have a pretty nice staff as well, so extremely blessed. But in my downtime, this is what I do. It's my way to kind of give back and to kind of do things, right? So yeah, I got my day job, but this is kind of how I chill out. I react to videos. I talk about conversations with clients, fictional, hypotheticals. And then also we look at how we can make you grow financially, invest, and also budget, save. That's what we do. Anyways, though, this person wanted to know what happened to Dennis Rodman. So pulled up some footage and kind of want to talk about what happened to Rodman, how he blew through so much money, and what we can do if we get into a situation that we get to the bag like he did, or we just have money, period. And some things that we should not do so that we don't be running around all the time asking for money, playing celebrity basketball games with the North Korean dictator. We don't want to do that. So what we can do. So let's see here and see what happened to Dennis Rodman and how we can learn from his mistakes.
Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is a former professional basketball.
You want to talk about all hustle, no breaks. Man, Rodman was that. He was undersized, leading rebounder of all time, undersized, boxing out, pure effort. He is the huge showcase of if you put your time in, whatever you do, working out, basketball, finances at your job. If you put the time in and do what you need to do, be all that you can be, and just give it your all, you will be successful.
Player, revered for his skills in defense and rebounding. He began his playing career in 1986 and was a famous player until his eventual retirement in 2006. While playing, Rodman earned a great deal of money.
I forgot Rodman was a wrestler, man. Rodman wrote a book. Man, he wore that dress. He was with Madonna. Rodman had a lives of many people, boy.
Which meant he could certainly afford a luxurious lifestyle.
Look at Hulk.
In 2012,
look at Hulk Hogan.
Rodman's
man, listen. I know one thing, profiteers. I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan. I had the headband. I even took the Hulk Hogan vitamins. Ah, man. Oh, Hulk, boy. When he went to NWA, I was like, oh, I am a real American. Y'all know Hulk Hogan, man.
Money ran out. He owed $800,000 in child support, and he couldn't even afford basic living expenses. No longer able to rely on money from basketball, Dennis resorted to a life of thievery. He was recently accused of stealing an expensive amethyst crystal, as well as large amounts of name-brand clothing. While Rodman vehemently denied the accusations, others found it hard to believe.
Now, how much did Dennis Rodman make in his career? He played basketball from 86 to 2006, earned millions of dollars, bonuses, and endorsements, right? Various sources, now we know, stop the cap, we don't know for sure, but Rodman made an estimated $27 million during his career, including endorsements. His peak earning season was 96-97 when he earned $9 million in salary. You talk about inflation, right? That was a 9-6. He made $9 million of salary. You know, a bench player, like, you know, a person that's not even in a rotation, might be like the fourth or fifth person off the bench in 2023 is making $9 million. You got people signing 4-year, $160 million. They're like the third or fourth star on the team. That's inflation, right? So yes, money grows over time, but it shows people were not being paid as much back then as they are now. So man, if Rodman played now, he'd probably be getting 40 a year, 35 million a year. So he made 27. Let's just say 30 million. Well, first and foremost, as an athlete, you know what? You are a W-2 employee. I have clients right now that play in the league, W-2. And not only that, but depending on where they play, they got to get a W-2 from every single state. So if I have a game in New York, I'm paying New York taxes. If I got a game in Utah, I'm paying Utah taxes. If I got a game in California, I'm paying that 13% of state taxes. Ooh, not good. So that's not fun. So yes, Dennis Rodman, quote unquote, blew through almost $30 million of money. But you got to understand, though, already he was in the 40% tax bracket. So on 30 million before any deductions, anything of that nature, he didn't count all 30 million. About 18 million, let's just say. So that's that. Agents. And those agents, they get their money. 6%. So for every $100,000, $6,000 goes to them. $1 million contract, $60,000. $10 million, 600,000. So then on 30 million, that is a lot. That's almost $2 million that goes to the agent. So that hurts too. But also, Dennis Rodman had his money, not in investing, but he gave it to a person thinking that they would invest in private businesses, and she blew through his money. As we can see, while Rodman certainly spent a good chunk of his paychecks, and yes, he did. He went to the club, all drinks on him. Not just his entourage, but the whole club. And that wouldn't have been his write-off either. But he was also a victim of a prolific, if I can talk, scammer, which is sad. Hall of Famer unwisely trusted supposed financial advisor Peggy Ann Fulford, said that 3 times in a row, as did a few other professional athletes. That trust ended up costing Rodman and others millions of dollars. Wasn't a financial advisor. And this happens a lot. Athletes in totality, and I go through the process as I talk to athletes. I'm engaging them if they want me to help them, would like to help them in certain instances, some not. Conversation for another day. But, they get hit on the shoulder for so much. Can I do this? Can I do that? My cousin wants to do this. I want to do that. I want to open up a beauty salon, a barbershop. I got the greatest idea. So typically they just find somebody that starts to quarter them. They trust them, and then it is what it is. They don't check to see what licenses. Peggy was not a financial advisor. She was not a certified financial planner. She was not a certified public accountant. She was just a person. Rodman befriended her, and she basically stole his money. That's sad. So it's not like Rodman just blew through $30 million. Taxes hit him. State taxes hit him. He was spending a lot of money at the bar too, and spending a lot of money doing a lot of things. But then also he did have a person that stole millions of dollars from him. But the moral of today's story is, if you're an athlete, number one, find you a certified financial planner. And I would actually recommend having 2. The left hand knows what the right hand's doing, in the words of the Bible. If you have a large amounts of money, make sure that you are being protected. Agents sometimes have their own internal financial advisors. I recommend individuals having an outside person just to make sure. Because think about it. One person's competing for the business. The others compete for the business. They're probably trying to do whatever they can to make you happy. So you're probably getting 2 people going above the call of duty to help you. Also, a CPA, recommend getting 2 of them, right? Because sometimes we put our trust in the CPA. He or she's supposed to do what they're supposed to do. But it's always good to have checks and balances. So individuals making large amounts of money, 2 certified financial planners, 2 CPAs, so the left hand knows what the right hand's doing. Also, make sure that they have licenses. You don't just talk to a person that you met at a club that said they did X, Y, Z. They're on YouTube. It wasn't back then. They're not on Instagram. That wasn't back then. But from a trust standpoint, just don't just put your money with anybody, right? And the thought process is, yeah, why do that? But it happens all the time. And Rodman was just a victim. But I know that is information for another day when it comes to being a victim. People don't want to hear that. But I kind of feel sorry for Dennis Rodman. He made a lot of money. He was definitely out there. Again, he lived a life. He's still living a life. Just think about who he courted in life, right? He had some good time. And he played with Michael Jordan. He played with some say greatest. I'm a LeBron fan of the day. One of the greatest basketball players of all time. He played with Shaq and with Kobe as well. So he had his time on the basketball court and in life. But I do feel sorry for him because he did get taken advantage of. And from a W-2 standpoint, the tax roll is not the best. Now, same person making $30 million as a business owner, he or she has so much more write-offs, so much more things that they can do that Dennis Rodman couldn't do. But either here or there. Hope that helps. Don't be like Rodman. Checks and balances. Get you a certified financial planner. get you a CPA. Make sure the left hand knows what the right hand is doing, and don't be blowing all the money in the club, y'all. All that being said, let's make some payroll profits together. Peace.
And you just wanna get paid, tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Painful profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late, Painful profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, you know, and it could be different, you know.